All right, so I'm going to be going over Unreal Cache Export. I've done a little modification to it and added the ability to not only cache vertex animation, but individual assets. So let's say that you animated these pills falling into a bottle. This was actually a project that was provided to me by Alexander. I hope I'm saying your name right, but thank you for that. Because this illustrates like a use case pretty well. And I went ahead and added a piece of cloth just for good measure so I can show you the two sides of it. So the first side, we're going to hide the cloth for now. I'm going to go and select everything here, and I'm going to add it to the Unreal Cache export list. You'll see everything here. And instead of doing it by the default, which would export a Limbic file for each file, I'm going to do export as single file, and then I'm going to do export as GLB. So GLB is a great format for exporting like transform animation. So this is the only thing you would be using this for, is just transform animation. So that's location, rotation, and scale. So let's go ahead and export that. First off, I'm going to rename the file. We're just going to call it pills, and it's going to save it to the base path, which is caches inside of your project. I'm already set up here. This is my project, Unreal 5.4. Export, and give it a moment. And there it is. So let's go ahead into Unreal. I'm going to import caches. It's going to import. Give that a moment as well. Pills. And depending on the complexity of, or just how many objects you have, importing and exporting will vary in time. So here we go. Go into caches. You'll see that I have the skeletal mesh. There it is. Look at that. That's nice and cool. Also, let's go ahead and change. So the glass doesn't come in quite right with GLB. So we'll go into the project and look for a glass shader that's provided to us by Epic. Let me move my details. I'm going to use this glass material. Let's put it right here. Look at that. Yep, that looks correct to me. Move that back over. And now let's, hold on. Let me bring the details over here so I can add the animation easily. Details. Okay. And so if we go and look at the caches folder, we will see that, kill that. We'll see that it brings in a skeletal mesh, an animation sequence, and a skeleton. So if I go into the details panel, I have the pills skeletal mesh selected. Animation mode, we're going to pick animation asset. Open this up and you'll see there's only one animation there. So we'll hit that and then hit play, and you will see the animation comes in perfectly. Look at that. Very cool. Now, also, we're going to bring in that piece of cloth I showed you as well. So unfortunately right now, this panel is a bit of a work in progress. I might move these, I might separate these two different methods. But so what you'll have to do now, if you want to export this, you'll have to clear the list, add the cloth, in this case it's called plane. Then I'm going to change this back, and then, yep, that looks good. So now it's going to use the file name. And since there's only one object, it's just going to make one file. Export geometry. Give that a second. All right, looks like it's done. Hop back in Unreal. Import caches. Plane is being imported. Looking at the frames. Caches folder, there's a plane folder. Let's put that in here. Let's copy its location. Pills location. And then paste. There we go. So now if I hit play, they should be in sync because I'm exporting the same camera or frame range. Oh, why can't I jump up there? So there you go. It's the same thing out inside of Blender, now inside Unreal. That is sweet. Well, enjoy.